The other day, as I was in my kitchen preparing my special jollof made with lily rice for my family, I heard a knock at the door. It was my mechanic. Instead of calling me to pick my car, he brought it himself. I said, "Cho," he said, "Efo." I said, "Take the car back. I will come and pick it myself." As I turned off the fire from under the lily jollof, there was another knock at the door. It was my neighbor. I said, neighbor. He said, "Efo, my dog has jammed your wall again, oh." I said, "Don't be silly. You don't have a dog." My wife Ekis came home and we saw that he enjoyed. Cho, it was my pastor. He said, "Bless you." I said, "Bless you too." He said, "Did he come to church on Saturday?" I said, "Acho, but why are you coming to tell me this on Wednesday?"
Having to fend off visitors at mealtimes because of Lily's tasty aromatic rice? Celebrate every mealtime by sharing with friends and family near or far.
Lily, tasty food, happy family. This advert is FDA approved.
Royal Foam, promotion Royal Foam. Get it in your muscle. You bet your bill free. Get 10% discount.
Oh la la! Ghana for Muntie, Ejomaya de. Where the Atadwe Yatidene. Royal Foam Ghana Limited, the saving cancer Ghana for. Say, Eneya will be at to tune in Yemono, Omodi Omonti yo. Royal Foam Ghana for at a 10% discount. Afriso. Nempono mattress be a Ubeto every Royal Foam Ghana Limited Hono. Yemau pillow free. This is your time. Wonso umreni. I was so to Royal Foam mattress edaso. Na winya hontoso. For Royal Foam Ghana, I was 020-227-1000. Enjoy Royal Foam Ghana Limited for a mattress. Number one inje.
Royal Foam ana rege kayo.
Kikadie Royal Foam for atitibeni nje sokra.
Royal Foam Ghana Limited wo de jipata.
Royal Foam still leading.
Get 10% discount.
Syntex is a market leader in water tanks in Ghana. Our sizes range from 100 liters up to 25,000 liters, and they're available in many different colors. Did you know Syntex doesn't just do tanks? Syntex is your one-stop shop for all your plastic packaging needs. Call 0505-555-666 to find out more, or message us on our social media handles at Syntex Ghana. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Have I shown you what I'm feeling when I hold you? It feels like heaven surrounds me. Every time you wrap your arms around me, and there's nothing I can say you'll ever do to deserve the love of a woman like you. When you're with me, when you kiss me, when you tell me how much you miss me, every moment we're together brings us closer to forever. And there's nothing I can say or ever do to deserve the love of a woman like you. Lady, yeah. Woman like you.
So what did I do to deserve a woman like you, Gramps Morgan there? And on any day, any song from Gramps Morgan will get me into the right mood. It's the 27th of June, 2023. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. And we're here to bring to you our main conversation on love in the morning. It has to do with the ECG, and they say they've gone cashless. Yeah. ECG says they've gone cashless as we speak. Any customer of ECG will pay no cash for any of the services that will be rendered to that customer. Now, some customers who they don't know about it have raised concerns. For example, when we even made the artwork, the flyer, and posted it, I had some people raise concerns about the fact that they didn't even know. And I even got a woman who sent in a voice message to me, and her voice message was telling me as to the concerns she has with this ECG going cashless. Take a listen to what she had to say to me when she sent a message to me yesterday.
I have a problem. You know, these electricity people. Last Thursday, I went to go and pay my bill. I have the old meter. I don't have the prepaid. And then the lady was like, no, you have to load the money on your phone. We'll use an app. And I said, just last month, I came to pay a bill. Why is it that barely a month ago, it was not even a month, I think 3 weeks ago, I came to pay a bill. Now I'm coming to pay. I had 1,000 cedis with me, cash. The lady said no, she won't take it. I should go and deposit it on my phone and then they will use an app. Or I should go and load the app on my phone and pay through that. And I don't get it, honestly. The whole place was chaotic at Abrepo. Yes, Abrepo substation or something. And I don't get it. What is this app that they are talking about? Well, so I attempted to load an app. And there are several apps when you go to the Play Store. So I honestly didn't know which one to install. But I kept asking myself, how many people are able to use this app that you ask them to load money before they pay on the app? And the whole place was chaotic. Everybody was talking about an app. And now those who had prepaid, they didn't know whether to load an app or whatever, because they were also struggling to get credit, because they said the prepaid stuff, meter or whatever, the machine had a network no form. That was what they were saying. It was form cut down something. So most people were there, and then those of us who had the bill, we said let's go and pay. So I maneuvered and I got there, and then the lady was telling me this. In fact, it was going to be a banter, so I decided to just leave and go and load the app. I come back to the office, attempt to install the app. It was giving me plenty options. I didn't know which one to choose. David, please, you have a friend at ECG. Kindly find out for me, okay?
All right, so I don't have a friend at ECG or friends at ECG. I know staff of ECG. One of the staff is with us in the studios of Love 99.5. Mr. Samson, Boateng is a communications officer with the ECG, and he's right here with us in the studios of Love 99.5 to help us understand what this app is all about. ECG going cashless. But if you are aware of this app, how would you, rate its usage? Is its usage friendly, easy, good, better? Share your thoughts and your experiences with us. Our WhatsApp number is 055-11-11995. The number again is 055-11-11995. That is our WhatsApp number. What do you make of ECG going cashless? Has it helped you or is creating problems for you? And you can also join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. That's how you can find us on Facebook and drop comments there. So, Mr. Boateng, good morning.
Good morning, David.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
So, ECG going cashless. What accounts for this?
Thank you, David. Please, before coming to the substantive topic, let me quickly chip in this. The rains are here with us. And, the vagaries of the weather. Please, this is a reminder to the public, if you come across any wire, any cable that is so low or any cable that is lying on the ground, please do not touch it. And my passion goes to the children. Parents, let us warn the children. Kofi, if you pick any electricity wire on the ground, I'll whip you. So please, we want everybody out there to be safe. That is very important for us.
Having said that, there are occasions you call the ECG, maybe the fault section, and you report about some of these wires that might be on the ground or maybe hanging low.
Yeah.
And the response from the ECG is too slow for my liking.
David, maybe apologies for that. But when it happens like that, maybe they have too many faults on their hands. They are overwhelmed because when it rains, thunderstorms, faults here, faults there. So We apologize.
But on the
by
internet,
the time you call them, they have their hands full on mending some faults somewhere.
But the
so
point
they
is,
have to
my
finish
concern,
that
Mr.
work.
Boate, indulge me. My next question actually, is so if they have a lot on their hands or their plate, or overwhelmed by challenges when the rains come, what do you do immediately? When the report comes to you, do you put off the lines, the power for that very area, so that at least even somebody drives over it, somebody will pick it up, there will not be power in there to create a problem?
That is what we do most of the time. You realize that whenever it rains, for some period, the lights are off. I don't know if you've observed. Whenever it rains,
I've noticed that thing, and sometimes you tell us about tree branches falling on things.
It is because of our safety, your safety, my safety, the safety of our cherished customers and everyone out there.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, because the occasions we have even raised concerns that since we na kokokrata print up tab mu since we from afa na yedum kania no
David dan na me catch.
So it's an intentional thing. Now I know.
No, not so much. Not intentional. You know, some of the transformers are very sensitive to these thunderstorms, so there is a protective device in it. So when there is a thunderstorm, it goes off by itself.
We'll make time and talk about this one another time. Don't worry. But let's talk about our cashless conversation.
Cashless, yeah. As you rightly pointed out, just about 3 weeks, roughly 3 weeks now. ECG has gone cashless. Now you do not have to carry watts of cash on you when you are going to the office to make payment. No. You go to you first of all load the cash on your wallet. MTN, Tigo, Vodafone. And then when you go to the cashier, she'll ask you your number.
We'll get about the process.
Your number.
We'll get there to talk about the process as to how you can pay.
Let me walk you through the process.
I'm saying that we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
No problem.
I just want to understand, alongside my listeners, we want to understand why ECG has gone cashless.
David, you know we are in modern times and technology abounds. So if there is a particular technology, if it is digitization, and we have to leverage on it to create a win-win product, a win-win situation for the advantage of the customer and ECG. David, why not?
So
this cashless is convenience in your hands. You can pay from the comfort of your office.
Again, like
from
I said, Mr.
Boateng,
don't let's jump the conversation.
Okay.
We'll get through the process as to how we can pay with the app. I just want us to understand. I just want to understand why ECG has gone cashless. Now, let me throw a few questions in. Last 2 weeks or so, we talked about it during our online review, where ECG staff or some of the staff of ECG are alleged to be stealing huge sums of monies from customers. When they come in with their cash to pay, the cashiers or some of the staff of ECG, steal some of the monies. How true is this?
David, not that I know. Not that I know. When you posed the question, I did mention that we are taking advantage of existing technology to create a win-win product.
So it has nothing to do with ECG staff stealing money?
Not that I know, David. Not that I know. No. I'm not privy to that. So
my other question therefore would be this. So when ECG says they've gone cashless, which aspects of ECG's operations or services is going cashless? Because aside from we paying for electricity used or buying credit or credit ahead of time for our prepaid meters, people also want to acquire meters and other things that they do. So which aspect of ECG's services has gone cashless?
David, every aspect of our operations that involves cash. That involves cash. Payment of bills, credit meters, buying of credit power for your postpaid, and then even processing of your application for acquisition of meter when it gets to the point that you have to pay the quotation. Yes, it is cashless. You have to give us your account number on the form that you fill. and then it goes through the process. When it gets there, the system will deduct the amount from your wallet, your Momo.
Okay. Now, having said this, and of course, like you said, we're in modern times, and everything has been modernized. So digitization, has taken place. My next question is, how ready is the ECG to roll out a cashless service to its customers? How ready is the ECG?
David, it's already on board.
And how is it working?
Well, maybe there could be some teething problems, challenges, but those are maybe initial challenges. It does not mean that the system is not successful. It does not mean that the system is not beneficial. No.
Now,
we may encounter these.
So you attest to the fact that there are some challenges with the app, the operation of the app.
There are a few challenges that we have.
Now, have you given enough education to your customers before rolling out this, cashless service? Have you informed your customers well enough about it so they prepare themselves for it?
David, that is why I'm here. We have.
But you have started rolling it out.
Sorry.
You have rolled it out.
Oh, we've sent the announcements round. Even this station, I think we've sent announcement here for you to do for us, and we are doing the education, both rural and urban, community, church halls. We are rolling out.
Have you heard about ECG's announcement about going cashless? As my dear listener, as you listen to us, did you know about ECG going cashless up until this very moment where we're having this conversation with Mr. Samson, Boateng? Did you not know about it? Now, if you didn't, how is it, working as we speak? Now, you heard the lady whose soundbite I played a while ago, and Mr. Boateng, she was like, she didn't know about it. She says about 3 weeks ago, she paid her postpaid bill using cash. Now she gets to ECG's office at Abrepo, wanted to pay her bill, and then she was told that, listen, we will not take your money. We've gone cashless, and so you need to download an app. She went on to say that she tried downloading an app at the Play Store. There were several apps available. She didn't even know which one to download or which one to pick to use for this. Yesterday, one of my managers, also told me that he sent somebody to go and pay some bills for him. Only for the person to come back with the money to say, now they've gone cashless. So you're saying that, well, you began informing people, and that's one of the reasons why you are with us this morning, to educate the listeners and your customers about it. So which of the apps is working? Because like the lady said, you go onto the Play Store, and there's several apps available there. Which one works for the cashless system?
David, it is the ECG app. ECG app. When she says there are several of them, I'm yet to appreciate what she's saying. But it's ECG.
Right, so Leo, do me this favor. Go to the Play Store. Leo, pick up your phone. Go to the Play Store of ECG. See if you can download the app. See if there's only one app available or there are multiple apps available, and see whether it's easy to navigate your way through to get the app that will be helping you pay your bills.
ECG app. You download it, it's on your phone, and then you go through the process of registration.
ECG app.
ECG.
So go to the Play Store. What do you do for
it? It says here ECG mobile app.
Is that what you're talking about?
ECG power app and ECG prepaid.
So there are 3 different apps there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's even more. We have ECG Ghana, ECG for doctors, ECG basics.
So the person who sent in a voice message
not doctors, not Ghana. Please go to ECG.
Mobile app or power app or prepaid?
Power app.
Power app.
Yes. I think they are basically the same.
All right, so people might have challenges like Leo is having right now.
Yeah.
So run us through it. If we want to get on board and go cashless alongside ECG, which of the apps do we, download?
ECG Power App.
ECG Power App. Leo, do you have that one there?
Yes.
Please try and go through the process and see if it works.
Go through the process.
So as he does it, when you download the app, what next?
When you download the app, then you are ready to use it for payment. You go through the registration. You need to register. Yes, before you're able to use it. So when you go through the registration, then the app recognizes you. Or let's say the app recognizes you as a customer. You have your meter number, your details, and then whenever you want to use it for payment, you are ready. So there are if you allow me, let me let me go through some of the key benefits of using the.
We'll talk about the benefits. For us to be able to have the benefits.
So download the Power app, please.
And to our listeners out there, as we speak, ECG says they've gone cashless. So if you carry any amount of money on you to go and pay for any service rendered or to be rendered to you at ECG, it will not work. They will not accept your money. So he says, download the ECG Power app, follow the prompts, and then you get on board the ECG so you can do your payments with it. We'll be talking about the benefits in a bit. I asked an earlier question as to how ready we are. In the sense that, Mr. Boateng, there are occasions, like the woman said in her voice message to us, you want to do something with ECG's, app or a vendor, and you're being told that the network is down. So you talk about teething problems that should be normal. If, for example, I'm on the app and I want to buy, let's say, prepaid credit for my meter, and at the time I want to buy it, the app is down or the system is not working, what alternatives do I have?
Maybe you take your time till the system is back and then you restart all the process again. Or if you like, you can dial *226# *226#. In fact, this is for those of us not having smartphones, using *226#.
They can call that number?
No.
Or send a message to that number?
Yeah, you dial on the phone.
For what?
On the phone.
For
payments. If you dial
if you're not on a smartphone,
so you can dial *226# and then let's see right now *226#.
All right, so Mr. Boateng is helping us understand why ECG has gone cashless. And Mr. Boateng, I asked earlier whether we are ready for this system, for this service, and I asked what I can do if, for example, I want to pay my post-paid bill, and I go onto the app, and you talked about teething challenges, and there are challenges. What do I do? If I'm I have a prepaid meter, and I'm also trying to get credits on my meter, and there are challenges, what do I do?
You are prepaid?
Yes. I'm a prepaid meter. I have a prepaid meter in my home or my establishment, and I want to buy, credit, and the system is having challenges. What do I do? If I have used power for like 2 months, and I want to pay my bill because I am on the postpaid, and I want to pay, and the system is giving me challenges, what do I do?
If it's giving you challenges, David, like I said, maybe the challenges could last just for a few hours, few minutes. So have patience for us. Or you can dial the *226# and then go ahead.
But the *226# you said is for people who are not on smartphones.
You can use your smartphone
to do that one as well. So listeners, for those of you who have downloaded the app and are using the app, how efficient is it for you? What challenges are you having with it? If it's also smooth for you, you can send us messages and tell us about how smooth its usage is. You can do so by sending us a WhatsApp message to 05511111995. All right, and they are saying that even when you want to acquire a meter, if you want to pay for your paid meter usage, use this app. But in a country, Mr. Boateng, where a lot of us are reluctant in paying for the power used, even gets a point in time where ECG would be going around to chase, its customers to pay monies that they owe ECG. How will this really push people to pay their bills, especially those on postpaid meters?
It should push people, or let me say, it should encourage people rather to pay your bills. Just like I said, this app is convenient. You don't have to travel. You don't have to walk. You don't have to board a taxi, trot, and then come and join queue in our office or in our premises. You can be at the comfort of your home, your office. So I think that should be a motivation enough for people who are busy to utilize this app. Yeah. If you're a busy person, this app is for you.
Leo, have you been able to download it? How easy was it?
Okay, so downloading is quite easy. So it has the home, and then which is like an interface of a normal website with newsletters and all the information that you need. And then right next to it is meters. So at the meter size, we have add prepaid meter, add postpaid meter, and then this one says add in-store third-party vendor account, and the last one is add special load tariff account. And right after that, you click on transactions, and I haven't made it in transactions, so it says 0.00 spent, and then my wallet is also 0. So that's
so you're thinking that this app would even work effectively and efficiently and help people who are maybe not necessarily tech savvy. You know, there are people who will tell you that they're BBC born before computer, and so they don't want some of these things. You're saying that they should be able to utilize this app, if for their payments.
They should be able to utilize. If you are not tech savvy, well, the *226# is
there for you.
It's there for you. It's there for rural people. It's there for you. The *226#. Yes.
So you were talking about benefits that this one will bring to us.
Yeah.
What are the benefits?
Okay.
Because if you're telling me to load up my wallet, Leo Stanley, and you and I know that per the transactions you make, on your wallet, there are levies that you have to pay, from e-levy to the service providers levy. If it's MTN, if it's whatever, they also have their own levies that they take and all that. Isn't it to say that people will be paying much more in terms of the transactions?
No one will pay more, David. So I have the poster here, which has enumerated the benefits. Someone would ask, like you're saying, what's in there for me? All the benefits are here. So we have key benefits of using the ECG Power app, like you've downloaded. So we have allows credit top-up for your smart prepayment meter. They're all very self-explanatory anyway. Accepts payments from mobile money wallets, Visa and MasterCard for ECG transactions. And now in red, David, mobile money transactions with ECG do not attract e-levy charges. Let me reiterate. Mobile money transactions with ECG do not attract e-levy charges.
But what about a telco? What about a telco's charges? That will be taking effect, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for the telco's charges, well, that is their business or whatever. So, but it's convenient in a way.
So what else? What are the other benefits?
Let me go ahead with the benefits. Serves as platform for reporting and resolving issues. Accept payments for all invoices generated by ECG. Refunds challenged top-ups. So if you are topping up your prepaid, credits, and there is a challenge, we refund your money for you.
And how do you know there's a challenge, and how soon and quick do you place that refund?
It is soon and quick if you report to us very early. Sometimes you don't even have to report it because our DBS administrators are working over themselves, looking for problems to solve. So sometimes if there is a challenge, before you say jack, your money is back in your wallet. Okay, so provides history of payment transactions. I think the gentleman got to that interface. Whatever transactions that you have done before, there is a statement. There's a statement, the date, the time, the money, the amount, everything. So, yeah, and then provides notifications and alerts from ECG.
What kind of notifications? What kind of alerts?
Oh, if you buy the credit.
So which means that
if you pay, for instance, if you pay the postpaid your bill, we give you the receipt. When you finish, you have an alert. You have details of the transactions you made, your name, the account number, the type of meter, the amount, the time, everything relevant to the transaction that you made.
So ever since you rolled this, ever since you went cashless, Mr. Boateng, tell me this. How has the response from the public, your customers, been like?
Just a moment, please. Could you let me just? I'm just left with I think one. It is convenient, safe, and secure for use 24/7. So even in the night, David, in the night, when you hear the beep, 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 and you have some money in your wallet, you've downloaded the app, or even if you not downloaded the app, you know the code *226#. You are good to go.
And I've said to you, Mr. Boateng, that there are occasions you want to pay using this app, and there's so much of a difficulty, so many challenges. And you said it's for a few hours, but you and I know that there are days it goes beyond hours, it goes into days. And that's why I asked my last question. Ever since you rolled out this cashless system, as ECG, what has the response from the public been like? Because you are there for them, and you need to address their concerns. What are some of the concerns they've brought before you?
We've been going around. We've been going around to monitor the response and the feedback from customers. And one time I was in a doom and I posed this very question. And the answer from most of them is, oh, it is convenient. Like I'm telling you, it is good. So
if you are listening to us out there,
a certain burger.
So if you are out there listening to us, ECG says they've gone cashless. First of all, did you know about this? Up until this morning, where we having this conversation.
David, with all due respect, as for knowing, I've told you the education is on.
Fine.
It's on.
I'm asking whether they know about
media platforms like yours, and then town halls, churches, communities. We are on with the education. The people that do not know, we'll get to them.
So, did you know about this cashless system that the ECG has rolled out up until this morning? Did you know about it?
Okay.
Now, if you did know about it, or if you do know about it, and you are making use of it, how friendly is it? How user-friendly is it? How efficient and how effective is it? If you have challenges about it, let Mr. Boateng know about it. If it's all good, let Mr. Boateng know about it, because we're trying to improve the system.
We'll
be activating the phone lines along the line shortly, so you can also give us a call on 0322. Mr. Boateng, please.
Okay.
We'll activate the phone line shortly, so you can also join us on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. Our conversation is with ECG going cashless. How has the experience been like for you? We'll be activating the phone lines shortly, but you can send your messages ahead to our WhatsApp number 05511119995. Meanwhile, if you're looking for the best security doors for your home, for the banking hall, for your warehouse, go nowhere else but go straight to Weedy Locks. Now, Weedy Locks deals in Israeli security doors. Their doors, like we always tell you, the doors are elegant, the doors are affordable, the doors are durable. Now, it has a gladiator locking system. 13 bolts lock all round into the galvanized steel frame. The doors do not make noise when opened or closed, which does not allow people to monitor the movement of the people in the house. It is specifically also coated with powder paint. Now, this is to prevent, peeling of paint. It weighs over 60 kg for a single door. It comes in single, large, 1.5, and double doors. Now, you can also order for special height doors. Now, our doors are made of galvanized steel. That is to tell you that it is rust-free. At Weedy Locks, keys are coded with 5 keys per door, which cannot be duplicated. Now, so if you want peace of mind, security at your home, at the office, at the banking hall, or even the warehouse, go straight to Weedy Locks to have a door that lasts so long without replacement. Now, there's a special offer ongoing as I speak for architects, for building contractors, and real estate developers. Contact us at our showroom at Kwaoma off the Daban Sokoban Road, or you can call us or send us a WhatsApp message to 050-87777755 or 0575-777755. Weedy Locks, we protect what matters most. Let's talk about how you can store, water in a very safe and convenient way. And that is where, Syntex will be coming in to tell you much more as to how you can do that. So what is your preferred color of tank? Syntex has it. What guarantee do you want? Syntex has it. What kind of inner layer do you want? Double, triple, quadruple, as many liner layers you want, Syntex has it too. So remember, no matter your water needs, Syntex has it. Syntex has you covered. Syntex tank, strong, tough. Now we have over 300 agents nationwide. So to order a tank, simply call 0244 335 168. It is 0244 335 168. Visit Syntex on social media at Syntex Ghana or shop online on www.syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, strong, tough. All right, so Leo Stanley, do we have messages on WhatsApp?
Okay, so this one says, "Good morning. This is Achu from Boho." He says, "My question is that if they have gone completely cashless, then why doesn't your account get credited instantly and an SMS sent to you showing your account balance just like the Ghana Water does?" And
all right, Mr. Achu, your question is, your answer is coming up. So what's your response to him?
Could you please repeat that?
Okay, 1 second. He says, his name is Achu. He says, "My question is that if they have gone completely cashless, then why doesn't your account get credited instantly and an SMS sent to you showing your account balance just like Ghana Water does?"
Has he utilized the cashless?
That is what he has done, and that's what the feedback he's giving. That's the consensus he has.
And then he does not have his account credited.
And
because I indicated that you have SMS alert, whatever transaction.
Indicating it is different from what he's experiencing.
Okay, I've taken note of it. But you should have your account credited and an alert sent to you with your receipt.
So in the case of Achu, who's having this challenge, what advice you have for him?
That's the first time I'm hearing it.
So what advice
he should come to our office. He should come to our office. Our DBs administrators are there to address this problem.
Actually, he says come to their office.
But that's the first time
you're hearing this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We'll be activating the phone lines in a bit. Please indulge us.
So this one too says, "Good morning. I have been using the ECG app for some time now, but it has been very frustrating after the recent updates. The app never updates the bill upon payment via Visa or Momo. This has been the case for almost 6 months. You make a complaint and you have to answer the same questions over and over again." So it looks like the same complaint from the first one.
Okay.
So this is the second time you're hearing about people complain about the use of the app.
I'm taking note. I appreciate that. I'm taking note of everything so that I sent to you.
Okay, so Achu came back. He says, "You received the SMS alert all right, but it doesn't show you your account balance."
It does not show you your account balance.
Yes.
Yeah. There is a place in the portal that you go to for your balance. When you open the portal, the third transaction where you have has he gone there and his
but if
his balance
you're
updated?
sending the customer an alert based on a transaction,
okay,
why don't you add the balance to it?
What did the alert say? What did the alert say? But if you want your true balance, go to the where you have the transactions, and every transaction, as we indicated, is there. So it's like your statement.
Mr. Barton, let me ask this question.
Okay.
I want clarity. So I do the transaction on the app, and I do my payments, and I get a message. Does the message tell me how much I have purchased in terms of credit and what my balance is? Does it tell me in the message?
Everything should be there, like I indicated.
It should be in the message.
Your transaction, what you did, the payments you made, the time, the amount, your details on your bill.
So actually, he says go to any of their nearest offices and they'll be sorted out.
If you don't have that place,
Leo, please.
This one says, "I went to each CG office in Ampame on Friday to pay my bill. They told me I should use their app. They downloaded it for me and asked me to go out and upload my money on it. I did it and used the app to settle the bill, only to realize the money is gone, no credit. I went there again to report, and they told me I should go to MTN office. I went, and they also said, nah, the money is still in ECG. The girl even called ECG office for me, and she confirmed it. So I came back to ECG again, and they told me it is network failure. So I should go home and wait. I should go home, and it will rectify itself. Since Friday, nothing, and I'm still in darkness." And he's from Bushen. So this is Enoch entry.
So that's why I was asking
David,
whether we are ready for this. So he's going to pay his bill using the app. He's gone cashless. After payment, he's told to go to MTN. MTN goes to MTN.
Because
MTN,
that is his moment. That is his
and MTN tells you that the money is in ECG's account. Even as we speak, since last Friday, he says he's still in the darkness.
David, these are few of the challenges that we have, that some of which I'm now hearing, and I should say they are few and far between, but I've taken notes and I will report on it. And then I advise him he should please come to our office, and then our DBS administrators will address this issue, please. With the alerts as an evidence.
No, but this is frustrating. I mean, this is really frustrating. Like you heard him say.
Yeah, I told you we are now starting. There should be some.
That is why I asked whether we are ready for this.
We are ready, David. If you are going to Accra, do you want to see your way, the curves and the bends? No, you start your journey, and as at when you go, when there are problems,
so don't go fully cashless. Combine the two till you are fully ready to roll it out.
I should say, when you go to a third parties, they accept cash as third parties,
like the vendors and co.
Like the vendors, yeah, they accept.
Leo, what other message you have there?
Okay, this one says, "My name is Mona Lisa. With regards to ECG going cashless, I have tried using the *226# hash code, which is very frustrating." And this one says,
I was hoping that the person was going to say, which was very, useful, and very, very good.
So this one too says, "Good morning, David. The education is so low that it is only when you visit ECG premises that you get to know these changes." And this is from Ryan from Jusso.
Let's go into the phone lines now and pick some calls. Listeners, call us on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. Now, ECG says they've gone cashless. And so, therefore, if you want to do anything, any business, any transaction whatsoever with the ECG, you will not have to pay money, physical cash. You have to use your Momo account. Isaac is on the line. Hi, Isaac. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Let's hear you, Isaac.
Yeah, David, frankly speaking, I have not had any issue using the app. It's very efficient, it's very good for me. My worry is that the education didn't go on well. They should at least intensify the education for people, the public, as well as ensure that things work. This app must work because, David, rot relating to ECG and other things, this app must stop it. Thank you very much.
David, excuse me, I want the name again. Isaac from where?
Swami.
Isaac Swami. Well, thank you very much, Isaac. That's the mindset that we want everyone to have. Please support us.
But in having this mindset, it should not come with any frustration. Erasmus, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, David.
Yes, boss. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, David. I want to find out from the ECG officer there. I bought a credit the last time with the new cashless system. I think after I had done the transaction and I saw the money deducted from my wallet. Later in the course of the day, I had a message telling me I had not paid, and for that matter, I should go to any ECG branch and go and then sort them out. I want to find out, I don't know, but still I didn't receive my money. In that case, what do I do?
We'll tell you, come to the office.
Of course you need, and like I'm telling you, there are some times you need not to. You don't have to come to our office all the time.
Mr. Watson,
but like the gentleman said,
if I may,
please come to our office.
Yes. Like Isaac has said, like Erasmus just said, like some of the messages read have communicated to you. The app is not working as smoothly as people want it to.
Oh, it's Isaac who said the app is very efficient.
But education was slow. And education is slow. But I'm saying Erasmus, what about the Erasmus and other people?
Sorry?
What about Erasmus and the other people? Christoph, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, David Akwete. How are you, sir?
I'm well, sir. Thanks for asking.
David, to me, I don't want us to fault ECG. So you think they just woke up one day and said we are going digital or something, online or something? They've seen the loopholes. Okay, and the siphoning and the thieving and all that. David, ECG needs money. Look, it's better for us to embrace this for them to get more money and work on our whatever than for them to increase light bill. David, those who don't want to use the application, you can just use the normal MTN code 170, and then you go to the option that says pay bills. You do it. You don't pay anything. It's just like you are sending money to somebody. Please, let's embrace this, because David, it has come to stay, and I think that they've sat down and looked at the pros and cons before they came out with it. And so it's not about to be opposing, to be resisting and say, these are the early stages.
All right, so Christoph, thank you very much. And nobody is saying
Christoph from where, please?
Nobody's going to say they are not going to embrace this. They're having challenges with it. Now, if they didn't want to use it, they would not even download the app in the first place. Point is, they have downloaded the app. Some of them have paid monies. Their meters have not been credited. They are being told to go to their network provider, that is MTN. MTN does a cross-check. MTN says the money is with ECG. And for 3 days and beyond, they have not received their credit on their meters. Let's go to Ashimagogo and speak to Eric. Hi, Eric. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Eric. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, my problem is that I've been using this app, I think, before even they started campaigning about this. And it was working perfectly. But then about a year ago, whenever I try using the app, purchasing a credit on my prepaid meter, they always tell me that my meter is offline. I've called their hotline on several occasions, and they only tell me that they can't solve that problem at their end, and they don't even recommend any other place for me to go. So I want them to check their system very well. If some of the meters are not activated, because it's quite sometimes frustrating that you want to buy credit and it doesn't work on the app.
I hear you, Eric. And I'm told that there's a similar concern on WhatsApp right now.
Yeah, it says, this is Joseph from my hands. It says, I have downloaded the app, and anytime I try to purchase, I'm told that my meter is offline or unable to establish remote connection. I visited the Doom office, but to no avail. Once I purchase from vendors too, it works.
So you keep purchasing from the vendors, but come to our office, like I'm saying. Please don't go to a Doom. Come to Airport Runabout. That is where the DB's administrator sits. Okay. And then we will rectify this problem for you.
Gordon is also on the line. Hi, Gordon. Good morning.
Good morning, David.
Welcome, sir.
I don't think anybody have a problem when we have to go cashless. But sometimes how ready we are when we want. Some of the issues that I have realized is, those who are using the postpaid, there are places that ECG does not even send their bills. They don't see what that they own. Sometimes you have to go to their offices, be in queue, and request for your bill. These are areas that I'm talking about. This Fijasi, Gabain, these entries. Every month, you have to go. Most of the people will have to go. Those who even have their bill, it is about 2 months, 3 months before you have it. And such a area, if I use the app and pay, sometimes when you go and pay there, by the end, when they even come, maybe after the 3 months, your bill comes. Sometimes you realize it have not been deducted, and you have to go back. There are areas to that the bill does not come at all, but you rather have to be paying something every month. So when you are using this app, of which you are not already even printing me my bills, how then do I track that one day you not come back to me and said, I haven't paid? So they're supposed to have made it in maybe piloting from areas that they have challenges already in printing of bills. They have to exclude them.
I hear you, Godwin. Let's speak to Kwame. Kwame, good morning. Please note it down for me. Thank you, sir. Kwame, please, let's hear you.
I've been using the app for over a year now. I think somewhere along the line, they had some challenges. So the system went down. I have explained probably to the public. ECG with the app is far better than ECG without the app. So there should be no turning back. There's no way ECG should go back. Yes, like with many apps, there are initial challenges. Let's be patient and address these challenges. I'm sure we'll go get better service from ECG.
Excuse me, he said it's called what? Kwame. Kwame, thank you very much. We are grateful. We do appreciate.
Dr. Rahman. Doctor, good morning. Hello, Dr. Rahman.
It's Dr. Rashman, please. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Rashman.
Yes. Thank you for the information. Actually, this is the first time I'm hearing about the app. It's quite interesting that people are saying they have used it for more than a year. Anyway, I think we should embrace this, but my concern is that they should find competent IT guys to be doing their configurations for them, and they should stop relying on their own members who know some computer. Usually that is the problem. They will get somebody, they will say they have trained a person, and they will come and they can't do the work. And they will be giving frustration to customers. They should get proper IT guys to do the work and eliminate these, because some people are using these kind of cashless systems, and it's not giving any problem. So ECG should not taint their image again with a very burdensome cashless system. That's what I will say this morning.
Well, Dr. Rashman, thank you very much. And some voice messages are also on Facebook. A lot of your voice notes, lots of them. Take a listen to this one, for example.
Good morning, Dave. My name is Isaac. Dave, I've been using the app for some time now, and it's really, really, really efficient. And I recommend the new MD for this. We've all heard of a whole lot of corruption activities in ECG, and Dave, I think it's the best time for the corruption to be capped. My worry is that the inconveniences that customers will have to walk to their, especially those who do not know about this thing, they should have educated the public, let the public know of what is going on. Why is it that this country don't know whether it's sabotage or whatever, but this app is good. Once you download it, you can even start and you input the necessary inputs. You can start buying credits. I did it and it worked, and ever since I've been using it. My worry is that they should work on the metering system.
So what I can say is this: we have so many voice notes that have come in. Our time is so limited. What we can do now is that we'll put a pause. We're not stopping. We'll put a pause on our conversation for this morning and continue, let's say, on Thursday. All right, we'll continue, let's say, on Thursday. So we can respond to as many concerns as possible. There's a conversation coming up your way on the Super Morning Show. It has to do with the teacher licensure exams that many teachers, they are not qualified teachers though, because now they want to write the exam and pass and become, teachers. They failed. So question is, how do we get qualified people into that very profession? How do we get the right quality into that profession? That conversation will be starting in about 2 or 3 minutes on the Super Morning Show. So once we get ready to join the feed, we'll bring to you some messages. But like I said, we will bring you part 2 of this ECG app conversation. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you very much for those of us who are not opposed to the app, who praised us. Please, like I said, there are small teething challenges. That does not mean this app is not successful. It does not mean it is not beneficial. So please, let's all use it.
So thank you very much. And we'll continue this conversation and address more of your concerns and, of course, more of your issues. I'm overwhelmed with the number of messages, on our WhatsApp console. It tells you that a lot of people have issues with this app. We're not saying we should not use it. We're saying that the right things ought to be done so it will be flawless. But for now, let's get ready to cross over to Joy 99.7 for that conversation.
So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace.
My name is Diana Hamilton, VGMA Artist of the Year 2021 and Brand Ambassador of Awake Purified Drinking Water. I am super excited to partner with Ghana's first charity-driven water to give back to our communities. Awake is a brand that makes a difference. We impact the world around us. That is why for every bottle of Awake water you buy, an amount is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. Yes, every time you quench your thirst with a refreshing bottle of Awake, you're helping contribute to save lives. So keep drinking Awake Purified Drinking Water and let's continue making a difference. Awake Water, one for life. supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
My name is Nana McBrown. Many people think I get what I want anytime because I am popular. No, that is not true. It is because me and Kasano, I like the best. And when I find it,
To be sharing your thoughts with us before we get in studio and continue with the conversation. Headmaster John, good morning, and Emmanuel Aful, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
So Headmaster John is a headmaster of a secondary school, and Emmanuel Aful is a practicing teacher, a trained teacher, so he would also be able to share his experience. Let me start off with you, Emmanuel Aful, and look, you've been complaining about the quality of education. You've said this has only exposed what has been in our system all this while. Tell us why you think this is only exposing the rots in our system.
Well, good morning, Winston. Good morning, Ghana. Before I say anything, let me issue this disclaimer. I speak not as an industry watcher, but I speak as someone who is in teaching.
Sure.
Indeed, I chose to become a teacher when I was in class 5. And so when I speak, I know what I'm talking about. Now, what we have today is a system which has actually made teaching or the teaching profession, if you like, the last resort for some people, to the extent that now people decide on whatever they want to become, and when they are unsuccessful, they decide to be teachers. And this is one of the problems we have now. The system we're operating nowadays is actually due to certain factors, and I think that we need to take our time and talk about those factors well. The issue about 83 or so % people failing, prospective teachers, these are people who are supposed to have gone through pedagogical and content training from the colleges of education. And then there's the licensure exams, trying to find out whether they were fit for a system. And this is what we have. I think that we need to be very careful about this, because though the licensure exam is a good thing because it actually professionalizes the teaching career, it is something that has been placed at the wrong, if you like, footing, if I should say that word. For example, during our days, and I was in a training college called Seda School, as a training college from 1991 to 1994.
Okay.
Now, then you would only go after O-level. So you got your success, at least 6 in all 6 subjects, and then you gain entry. Now, once you get in, there was usually an internal exam organized by the school itself to make sure whether you are actually fit to be trained as a teacher. Now, mind you, in the college of education itself, we have what we call the pedagogical training and the content training of the various subjects that you would come out to teach, ideally. So I was particularly interested in English, so that was it. Now, Winston, one interesting thing happened in 1992. This is the second year, almost the second year, and there's a policy direction from the Ministry of Education to the extent that all those who didn't have passes...
Headmaster John.
Yes. Hello?
Headmaster John, we can hear you, so if you could kindly...
This is Emmanuel.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Emmanuel, please continue.
Yes, so there was a policy statement that came from the ministry saying that all those teachers in the College of Education who didn't have effective passes in English or math should be screened out of the system. Unfortunately, it caught me because I don't think I didn't do too well in math. I think I had a 7 or so. Then 7 would be 43, 45, thereabout. But it was good enough to take me to the College of Education. But as to whether it would allow me to become a teacher, a trained teacher, that was what the policy actually targeted. So this information is verifiable, Winston. Anybody who was in the College of Education from 1991, then there were 38 of them in the country. Anybody who was in any of these training colleges in 1991, 1992 could attest to this, that all those who didn't have English or math were actually supposed to be affected.
Okay.
Now, instead of throwing away the baby with the bathwater, there was an intervention that came. An intervention added that we would be asked to teach primary school children, so that upon graduation from the College of Education successfully, instead of being posted to secondary schools and JHSs, then you would be a primary school teacher, which for me was a great thing. Because if you didn't have math or you didn't have English, what business do you have going to do in a JHS or an SHS classroom? Then luckily, there was a paradigm shift. We were trying to phase out that same year, we were trying to phase out all people teachers in the system. And so it meant that if you had gone to the training college and you had received a training to become a teacher, you would be posted to replace a pupil teacher somewhere. And it made a lot of sense. So I, for instance, started my training teaching experience in 1994. And I was posted to a primary school at Front Place. And so on my certificate as a teacher then, it had 3-year post-metal, because then my math was not that good. But I still qualified to teach because I had satisfied all the conditions supposed to have been organized by the College of Education. Okay. And this is what we have missed. Currently what we have is that once you get your success, the passes in a set subject, and you go to the College of Education, that's it. These students who failed, these prospective students who failed these licensure exams or this licensure exams have gone through pedagogical training. Now, pedagogical training has to do with teaching methods. It is not the content itself. And I just want to clarify this. For example, I teach English, so if you were asked to go and teach verbs, pedagogically, you have to be trained on how to deliver the teaching of verbs. And then there's the content. So at every material point in time, there are two things you need to know. So if you take mathematics, you need to learn the content, you need to learn the pedagogy.
Okay.
And so my assumption is that these people who have left the training colleges and have failed in licensure are people who have been trained pedagogically, but not necessarily content-wise. And so this is where I am at. A suggestion I can make is that why don't you go back to a system as we had in those days, where universities would conduct FUEs, first university exams, for all students who were desirous of reading a particular program in a university.
Hold on a minute for me, Mr. Afu. Let me get to Headmaster John. He's a headmaster. He engages teachers all the time. I know he also has some few thoughts to share on this before I get in studio. Headmaster John, so you've been engaging these teachers, okay, even at the secondary school level. What are your own concerns?
All right. Let me take this opportunity to greet your panelists in the studio, especially to Christian and Kudok.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, the issue at stake, my brother, is secular, and we have to look at it. I remember 2018 when teachers were recruited into the system because we had this double, some years the double track system.
Yeah.
And there were some who came along with certificates in forestry, certificates in biodiversity, certificates in fisheries, and what have you, who were brought in that we should recruit them into the secondary, education so that they would teach. What I did was I said, look, this is not what I needed. You may have the degree, all right, but the requisite degree for you to teach, just in biology, maybe you have done biodiversity and forestry and other things. This is not your field. So I even militated on their letters to be sent to the regional offices so that they will repost them. Unfortunately, I was called to Accra because I was, becoming a stumbling block to those who wanted to teach, all because they didn't do the subjects that I requested for. Fast forward to this one. You see, Winston, we were in training college. it was training college. And my brother, who was just, on the line, indicated that maybe after O level you could go. No, even some even joined from fifth form. Some people came from the fifth form to PS1. Let me put it down. That was how we refer to it. PS1. PS1 to PS2 is 1 year. You are doing 3-year program. PS1 to PS2 is 1 year. Before you get settled in PS2, you are written part 1.
Okay.
You are written part 1. 6 subjects. And these 6 subjects, somewhere, if you couldn't get your passes, either you were referred or some were asked to, withdraw when they were in second year. So the system itself will set the child out. Before you get to PS3, then you write part 2. Part 2, if you write part 2 includes your electives. If you don't make it, you don't get your certificate, you don't get your registered number. You go to the field, you don't have registered number. And it was something that was, the system killed itself from some of these chaps that we are talking about. My brother, Mr. Agbo, Emmanuel Agbo was saying that the pedagogical areas. Yes, it's methods. For me, when I was there, I didn't like math. Mathematics is something I didn't like. But people were doing content and I was afraid. But all that I did was to go by the methodologies. Finamine, a writer from that school, I believe, I remember that name very well. I digested this book. A-level students who did mathematics were always burning their heads with content and everything. But the question is, how do you teach whatever content you have?
Okay.
And surprisingly, when results came, some of us who were math phobia, let me put it that way, we were able to sell through. And those who did content were filled. Not because they didn't know math, but because they couldn't know how to teach it. So, my brother, training college, when it became College of Education, things have really changed completely. Now, I remember we were writing on A4 sheets, plain sheets. Why? When you ask, they will tell you are going to write on the board. So if you write on the A4 sheet or the plain sheet and it tilts downwards or upwards, then it means on the board, if you are writing, that is the way it will look like. So train yourself. Today, what do you think?
Hold on a minute for me. Let me get in studio and say that this morning, you just heard from Headmaster John, who is headmaster of a secondary school, and Emmanuel Afo, who is a practicing teacher. In studio, Dr. Christian Adepoku, who is the registrar of the National Teaching Council, and Samuel Atintono, who is principal, Accra College of Education, and president of the Conference of Principals of Colleges of Education. We're having this all-important conversation about our educational sector, particularly following the failure of some 83.5% of prospective teachers. Professor Atintono, let me start off with you. So you've had them. You train the teachers, prospective teachers. They've called into question the structure that we implement currently. What do you say about that?
First of all, good morning to your cherished listeners, particularly to my 46 principals who will be listening at this time in Accra College of Education, and of course to registrar here. He's the only registrar in Ghana, Dr. Daipoku.
Others will not be happy with that.
So, and then to thank the headmaster and then the teacher for the input that they have made, and to assure them, of course, myself, I completed college in 1991, so I'm very familiar with the part 1, part 2, the fact that you have to train a teacher, content and pedagogy. But there have been a lot of changes, and that is because globally, teaching is a profession. The education sector itself has seen some transformations. So from 2008, if you recall, they changed all the certificate programs in the colleges to a diploma. And by 2012, there was an act converting them to tertiary education because we were doing it on a GS. That was pre-tertiary. So the content change, that's the training process, because if you're training a diploma versus a certificate is different. But of course, you still have all the key things that you need to train a teacher. You have to do content versus pedagogy. That's the methods of teaching, which they have indicated here. Let me assure people that the quality of that diploma program didn't compromise what people probably anticipated. By 2018, we've now converted the training programs in the College of Education to degree, 4-year Bachelor of Degree program. And what that meant is that it now have specialization in early childhood, primary, and then junior high specialization. I think the issue that we're addressing here, that I want to tell people, let us not be so much worried. It is not the case that the quality of training in the College of Education has decreased. The particular student that we are talking about who failed these exams, and I want to emphasize, are not the students from the College of Education. They are not the regular ones, and the register is here. And he made that point clear when he even presented reports that these category of students are people who over the years, since they started the licensure exam in 2018 to date, that accumulated to about 8,000. Some usually, in any professional exam, some will write, pass, some will fail. So, but you have got the opportunity to do. The only good news and bad news is, per this kind of exams, you keep writing until you probably pass. But unfortunately, normally in some professional examinations, they give a cap. UCC that the colleges were all affiliated to, what they did at the time was that if you graduate from the college and you never pass even the college exam, they give you 3 times. If you don't pass, then there's a problem. You may have to then just leave it like that.
This one, how many times are they given? 1 minute, Doctor?
There's no cap.
There's no cap.
So you try and try until you pass.
Exactly. So, but this is the issue. I think that the licensure exam is now in and provides a check for prospective teachers, because you can't even go into the classroom if you don't pass it. In the past, even if you didn't pass the College of Education certificate, they would have posted you into the classroom. That's what was happening. So for me, this is a very good thing that licensure have come to provide a gateway or a sieve that until you do the things that you should do as a teacher and demonstrate those skills to us that you can pass. And what are they? These essential skills, literacy and numeracy.
Yes, but hold on a minute on that.
Yeah.
You can't go to the classroom.
Yeah.
Yes, you won't be posted.